My husband grabbed my arm and said, "Just trust me." Then he shoved me hard. I remember the sky spinning, rocks rushing up, the sound of my own scream cutting off halfway, and the last thing I saw before everything went black was him standing at the edge, looking down at me, not shocked, not panicked, just watching, like he was making sure it worked. They told everyone it was an accident, a hiking slip, loose gravel. Tragic. My husband cried at the hospital, held my hand, told people he almost lost me. But what nobody knew was that I didn't forget a single second of that fall, and I had something he never expected. Proof. We'd been married for 5 years. From the outside, we looked solid. Good jobs, decent house, weekend trips, smiling photos. But the truth? Things had been off for a while. Subtle at first. He became distant, secretive with his phone, started taking calls outside. I asked questions. He gave short answers. Work stuff. Just stress. You're overthinking. I wanted to believe him, because the alternative was worse. Then came the hiking trip. His idea. Let's get away for a weekend, he said. Just us. No phones. No distractions. Reconnect. That word stuck with me, because it felt like we were already disconnected. But I agreed. Maybe this would fix things. Maybe I was wrong. We drove out early Saturday morning. Remote trail. Barely any people. He picked it. Of course he did. I remember noticing how quiet it was. No voices. No footsteps. Just wind. And us. We hiked for about an hour before we reached the cliff. It was beautiful. Wide open view. Endless trees. A drop that made your stomach tighten if you got too close. I stepped back instinctively. He didn't. Come here, he said, waving me closer. I'm good. I laughed nervously. It's safe, he insisted. Trust me. Those words. Trust me. I hesitated, but then I stepped forward. Slowly, carefully. He stood beside me. Closer than usual. Too close. I remember thinking that. Then, his hand on my arm. Tight. Not gentle. Not loving. Tight. Look down, he said, and something in his voice felt wrong. Flat. Cold. I turned my head to look at him. What? That's when he pushed me. No warning. No hesitation. Just force. My body went weightless. My brain couldn't even process it. I didn't slip. I didn't lose balance. I was pushed, and I knew it. The fall felt endless. Branches hitting me. Rocks scraping my skin. Pain. Then darkness. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. Machines beeping. My body wrapped in pain. And him, sitting next to me, holding my hand. Tears in his eyes. You scared me, he whispered. I stared at him, trying to match the man in front of me with the one I saw on that cliff. I fell, I said slowly. He nodded quickly. Yeah. You slipped. I tried to grab you, but he choked on his words. Perfect performance. Anyone else would have believed him. But I didn't, because I remembered everything. And as I lay there, pretending to be confused, I realized something. If I said the truth right now, it would be my word against his. No witnesses, no proof, just a tragic accident. So I did the one thing he'd never expect. I stayed quiet, and I started planning. Because if my husband thought he got away with trying to kill me, he had no idea what I was about to do next. I played weak. That was the first step. Confused, fragile, grateful to be alive. Exactly what everyone expected. Especially him. I'm just so glad you're okay, he kept saying, holding my hand, bringing me water, acting like the perfect husband. It almost made me sick. But I smiled. I nodded. I let him believe I trusted him. Because the more comfortable he got, the more careless he became. And that's when I started collecting everything. First, his phone habits. He was still sneaky, but not careful enough. Late night messages, quick screen locks, bathroom calls. I didn't confront him. I documented dates, times, patterns. Then I checked our finances. That's where it got interesting. Large transfers, not random, consistent, to the same account. A woman's name, of course. I dug deeper. She wasn't just anyone. She was his coworker. And not just that. She had recently taken out a life insurance policy. Guess who was listed as the beneficiary? My husband. That's when everything clicked into place. This wasn't impulsive. This was planned. And I needed more than suspicion. I needed proof. Real proof. 2 weeks after I got home, I made my move. I think I'm ready to go back, I told him one morning. Back where? He asked. I looked at him. The trail. His face froze for a split second. Then he forced a smile. Are you sure that's a good idea? I need closure, I said softly. I don't want to be scared forever. He hesitated, then nodded. Okay, perfect. Because what he didn't know was that I wasn't going alone. The day we went back, I acted nervous, holding his arm, walking slowly, just like before. But this time, there were eyes on us. Park rangers. And someone else. A private investigator I hired using money he didn't know I had. Hidden cameras, audio recording, everything. We reached a cliff, the same spot, the same drop. I took a deep breath. This is where it happened, I said quietly. He nodded. Yeah. You slipped right there. Right there. I stepped closer, then turned to him. Show me, I said. What? Show me how I slipped. He frowned. I mean, you just lost your balance. No, I said gently. You said you tried to grab me. Show me. He hesitated. And that hesitation? That was everything. Come on, I said. Help me remember. He stepped closer, put his hand on my arm. Same grip, same spot. And for a second, I saw it again. That same cold look. You leaned too far, he said. And then, he pushed. Not hard enough to send me over, but enough. Enough. And that's when it happened. Got it. A voice called out. He froze. Park rangers stepped forward. The investigator emerged from behind the trees. My husband's face went white. What is this? He stammered. I stepped back, out of his reach. This, I said calmly, is a part where you don't get to lie anymore. They had everything. The shove, the setup, the motive, the money trail, all of it. He didn't even try to run, because he knew it was over. I watched as they took him away. The same men who stood at that cliff, thinking I wouldn't survive, thinking no one would ever know. He looked back at me once, desperate, confused, like he still didn't understand how I won. But I did, because I didn't just survive that fall. I came back stronger, smarter, and with the truth. Funny thing is, the cliff didn't break me. It revealed him, and gave me the one thing he thought I'd never have. Justice. So tell me, if you were in my place, would you have stayed quiet? Or would you have done exactly what I did?